In-Flight Movies is a live recorded radio show broadcast on a Monday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. You can listen live in the Aberdeen local area on 99.8 FM or online at shmoo.org.uk. The following show has been edited to remove all music. You can hear the music by listening live to the show. Links can be found on our Twitter at inflight_movies. That's at inflight_movies.
And now, on with the show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to In-Flight Movies here on Shmoo 99.8 FM. My name is Glenn, and we'll be with you for the next 2 hours. Ryan's here too. See, co-pilot Ryan.
As always.
He's here.
As always.
Let's get the elephant out of the bag for a minute here and look at the cat in the room. I'm...
That was fluent.
That was,
you had that on hand.
I'm not that ill. I am ill. I have a cold. I've had a head cold for the whole weekend, basically. It's been hell on earth, let me tell you that. The sleepless nights I've had, but the dreams I've been having during those sleeps have been insane.
Yes.
I had an incredibly strange...
Safe for radio.
Huh?
Safe for radio.
Of course.
Of course.
How could you think anything other? I had a dream... I've been watching a lot of Spider-Man recently because obviously the new Spider-Man film's coming out. So I watched a lot of Spider-Man. Last night I had dreams about Spider-Man, but they were just about Spider-Man. It's not that I was Spider-Man or like in the world. It wasn't that I was his buddy. I was just dreaming about Spider-Man. And I would wake up and I'd get annoyed because I wouldn't finish my Spider-Man story. Anyway, it's not what we're here to discuss this week at In-Flight Movies.
But I could discuss that for 2 hours with you, no problem.
Yeah, time is a construct. This week of the show, it's a bit of a mishmash. We have a lot of news. We weren't here last week, so we have a lot of news to get covered, including stuff from the Game Awards, as well as nominations for the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice Awards. We'll be reviewing films like Resident Evil, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Power of the Dog,
and Zoey's Extraordinary
Playlist, and as well as a little look back at some of the old Spider-Man films in preparation for Friday. Stay tuned for all that. If at any point throughout the show you want to get in contact with us, you can contact us on Twitter at inflight_movies. That's at inflight_movies. And I coughed in the middle of doing that. And of course, it's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, Ryan.
Merry Christmas.
How many days till Christmas? Guess.
12?
Well done. Wow.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the 13th.
Yeah, okay.
Smart boy knows his Christmas day.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Sure.
Can you speak Spanish?
No, I can't.
Well, let's try anyway. This is Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano. Hey, Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano there. Merry Christmas, Ryan.
Merry Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, yes.
That means just Merry Christmas.
I think
in Spanish,
so.
Right?
Well, he says...
It's like Melikuiki La Waka.
They actually sing that in Zoey's Extraordinary Christmas.
Get out.
They do.
Yeah, shut the door that is the front one.
But we're not playing that later on.
What?
Unfortunately not.
It's like my 8th favourite Christmas song.
What a trooper you are
it's
for
not,
doing this.
It's right. I'll get this out of the way now. It ain't the Omicron.
No, of course not.
It's not the vid. It's not the Rona. It's
No.
not. I took lateral flow. I am negative.
Yes.
It's not the vid.
No.
It's
just plain old December weather.
God, it's just a cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a basic old cold. I've been down in Lemsip and sucking strepsils like there's no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And you're still feeling none the wiser.
I want to die.
But what a trooper you are for coming here.
There's news to be read,
yes.
Ryan.
Boop-a-da-boop, boop-a-da-boop, boop-a-da-boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
See, you can still do it.
Thanks. Still got it in me.
Still got it in you.
Spider-Man!
Oh, God. Right off of the bat, I'm bored.
Spider-Man!
I'm bored of Spider-Man stuff. I'm not...
Unfortunately, today and next week is going to be a bit of a Spider-Man show.
Unfortunately.
This is the news portion of the show. We get into the news that we have missed throughout the week. This could be movie news, game news, music news, whatever news interests us.
Yes.
And the first piece of news is that Spider-Man is a thing. Because of course it is. If you're on Twitter or TikTok or Facebook, or if you have a set of eyes, you will know that there's a new Spider-Man film coming out on Wednesday. they're, in my opinion, they're releasing too much now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point in which there was nothing released about this film, and I wanted stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is too much. The first minute of the film has been released.
I hate when they do
There's
that.
other minutes of the film that's been released.
Mm-hmm.
There's whole portions. There's whole scenes. There's
Snippets.
trailers, snippets, character looks, interviews, press tours. Enough!
Mm-hmm. They've already made their money.
Enough! Enough of it.
We'll get through this show. We
I'm
promise.
going to live. I've had enough of it. But Spider-Man has had the biggest pre-sale ticketing launch since Endgame. No surprise there.
No.
Everyone is peeing their little Spidey pants over this film, which we'll speak about probably near the end of the show, to be honest.
Yeah.
And supposedly they're going to make a whole new trilogy with Tom Holland.
Bad thing to reveal before this film is
Very
even
bad
out.
thing. Well, did they say it was with Tom Holland?
I believe
did
it was
they
Tom
just-
Holland that announced it.
Or did they just say Spider-Man trilogy?
I believe it was Tom Holland.
Because I'm pretty sure Tom Holland doesn't want to be doing Spider-Man for this long.
No, he doesn't.
So,
However, he said that he had new ideas for Spider-Man films that he was pitching to the producers, but to say the actual plot.
So, who's to say that he doesn't maybe produce or write or direct?
It's very true. That's a bit ambitious.
Directed by Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the new
He hasn't
one.
directed anything, but sure, let's give him the keys to the biggest franchise of all time.
This is Marvel. They'll
Yeah.
literally give someone who's directed 2 episodes of a TV
They'll
show
direct it for
a
him.
whole movie.
It's done. It's done. It's already
We
created.
Probably
In the vaults.
Probably in the vaults. Nicolas Cage.
We love him.
He's good.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
On a side note, remember way back when, I think it might still be on Reddit actually, but there was a Reddit page called, I think it was r/the one true god.
Yeah, it still exists.
And it was just Nicolas Cage posts.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
That was before everyone was obsessed with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now Keanu Reeves is like their
Their one true god,
big
yeah.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
But Nick Cage has been cast as Dracula in Hotel Transylvania 5. I mean, Renfield?
Renfield, yeah.
Renfield, which
Renfield.
is what you described it as Igor but Dracula.
Yes. Igor to Frankenstein, Renfield to Dracula.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
If we're being simple with
So
all
is
the
this
things.
also going to be a fun animated children's movie?
Unfortunately, no, I don't
So it's
think
not
so.
in a similar way of Igor.
Not the film, the character.
The character Igor, not the film
Yes.
Igor. The fun children's animation.
Of course, yes. Now you've got it.
I don't want to watch this. Tom Cruise, back at it.
Mm-hmm.
Mission Impossible. God, how many of these have there been?
Know what? I was going to say too many, but you know what? No, hasn't been too
Yeah,
many.
but the mission
These are getting better.
How impossible is this mission?
Probably not that impossible,
Exactly.
considering I think he's making 2 of them back to back.
How impossible is this mission, Tom? How impossible is this mission? You gonna shout your crew again?
Oh, remember that?
Yeah, it was a good boy for that. That was
yeah.
about Corona. Good on him. But he has a new Mission Impossible stunt. I tried to get the description out of you before we came into the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Something about a plane and him on the wing of the plane and
Yeah.
climbing it like monkey bars, but it's upside down.
I'll try and get the actual thing up.
You do that while I talk about other people in the sky. Ethan Hawke
Yeah.
confirms he's only a cameo in Knives Out 2. How is this news?
Because he announced that he
announced it.
actually stated
He had
he's just a cameo.
He had a press
appearance.
conference and everything.
Most likely, yeah, probably.
He had Uma there with him, and they said, hey everyone, just so you know, I'm only a
Yeah,
cameo in
Uma
Knives
there.
Out 2.
Just holding his hand.
Holding his
like
hand.
this is a very important matter.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
important.
I found the stunt. What a show this is.
Wait, can I
Go for
can
it.
I make a joke?
Yeah.
So Uma Thurman obviously
Mhm.
didn't take his last name. But if she did,
Mm-hmm.
her full name would be the reaction to if you lost your pet bird. Uma Hawke! Uma Hawke!
Of course, yeah. Of course, we're losing listeners by the
And then,
second.
of course, their daughter is consistently questioning who she is. Maya Hawke.
Oh, well done.
Oh,
well
come on!
done. Well done.
Come
Well,
on!
ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show.
Give me a raise! Give me a raise. It's been great, everyone, to play us out. No.
I found the description of his stunt. Ready?
Yeah,
Ready. That's how ready you are.
it's already.
Mission Impossible 8. This is for.
Oh, God, wait. So not even 7?
7 was Fallout, wasn't it?
Oh.
Or wait, hold on. No. Was it? No. Oh, so this must be the film after the film that's coming out. So he's filmed 7, and this one's for 8.
This is the stunt for 8.
The big stunt for 7 was the one where he motorbiked off of a mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Yeah. So this is the next one on top of that. We haven't even seen the previous one. Anyway, Tom Cruise slips out of a World War II biplane's cockpit, goes onto the wing, dangles himself upside down as the plane then goes into a nosedive and performs a spin.
Yeah,
That's the stunt.
It's normal. Happened to my buddy Eric.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just how it is.
Exactly, yeah. But Tom Cruise continuing to go mad. So, there you go. That's news.
Crazy. In other mad news, a CGI Monkey has been cast as Robbie Williams.
I thought this was fake.
Ryan, how sick am I? You did write these words.
Yes, yes.
I'm not in a fever dream.
No, from what I know, at least from what I've heard, that wasn't fake.
A monkey is playing Robbie Williams.
I'll go and confirm in
a biopic.
Once again, another story that I'll confirm the actual merit of. But
Spider-Verse 2.
I haven't actually seen it, so you can take us one away.
Got a small teaser trailer as well as an announcement that it is a part 1. So, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 got its first kind of look. We don't really know what the film is about, but we know that it features Miles Morales again. It features Spider-Gwen again. Pardon me. It also features Spider-Man 2099, who is played by
Oscar Isaac.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
Yes, sir.
Is Nick Cage back for this film as well?
We don't know. We know nothing about who is in this film apart from those 3 characters.
Okay.
As per, the animation is gorgeous. Looks beautiful. Beautiful. Worth a watch. Mm-hmm. It's been out for a week and a bit.
Okay.
So
yeah. While you're doing that, while you're coughing your lungs up, the actual Robbie Williams, that's a real story, by the way.
It's real?
CGI Monkey is going to be playing Robbie Williams in a biopic directed by Michael Gracie, which may not be a name that you're familiar with. However, you will be familiar with one of the films that he's directed, which is one of the biggest films of the past, maybe 5 years or so, The Greatest Showman.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
So yeah, that's
no.
I am baffled.
No, I'm not watching it.
You're not watching it?
No.
Because you hated The Greatest Showman that much.
I hate
but does your love for Robbie Williams? No. Okay.
No, I don't love Robbie Williams that much. The only part that interests me is the CGI monkey, but he's CGI. He's not even a real monkey.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why would they say CGI monkey?
It's
a created monkey.
Hello, we have to specify monkey, not real.
Yeah.
Why are you getting a monkey?
CGI then.
Why are you getting a monkey in the first place?
Because it's Robbie Williams. He finds it funny.
This film is bananas.
Well done. Well,
Destin,
you're cracking them off like that while you're ill.
My sinuses are on fire, and so am I. Destin Daniel Cretton returns for Shang-Chi 2.
Yes.
They announced Shang-Chi 2 is happening and the director was returning. And the director was also returning to do a Disney Plus show for Marvel. Awesome.
Yeah, I like this.
Yep,
yeah.
Happy about that. You know what's not awesome? My favorite Netflix show just got cancelled, Ryan. Not even a month after it came out. I love this show. I've watched it 8 times.
Yes.
Cowboy Bebop has been cancelled not even a month after.
I think it's
release.
like 2 weeks after release.
Yeah, it's not been long.
That's bad.
It's real bad.
That's bad.
It's real bad.
I remember the trailer came out and I was saying how, you know what, it doesn't look that bad. On here, I was like, it doesn't look that bad. And then it came out, terrible reviews. I haven't seen it yet. Now there's no need to.
Yep,
so
no, it's been cancelled. Goodbye. Nobody cares. If this lasted this long, how long will the One Piece live-action remake?
A day. Yeah.
It won't even come out.
Yeah, one episode will get uploaded before all the other episodes, and they won't upload the rest of them.
Yep, it'll say cancelled, no more.
Yeah.
Getting into a bit of trailer talk. A trailer for the mediocre creatures. I mean, Fantastic Beasts. And there are no longer any Fantastic Beasts within these films. The third one.
Yes.
What's it called?
Secrets of Beard.
Dumbledore?
Thank you. Yes, Dumbledore.
Is it really called The Secrets of Dumbledore?
I believe so. I believe so. It goes Crimes of Grindelwald and The Secrets of Dumbledore. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I actually couldn't care less.
No.
Listen, I don't mind. I don't mind Harry Potter. I actually quite like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But I actually couldn't physically care less about the release of this film.
No. It looks better than the last one, to be fair, I think.
Yeah,
but that's not saying much.
Are we going to go see the midnight screening again?
No.
Why?
No.
Ryan, why?
But if it's a triple bill,
Ryan.
I'm not putting myself
Ryan, please. I love the Fantastic Beasts franchise.
Yeah.
I love Newt Scamander.
Well done for remembering his name, because
right?
I couldn't tell you a thing about the series.
The only guy I know.
Yeah.
And then there was that mole who likes gold.
Yeah, Dumbledore.
You're wrong. It was a creature. I like the first Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, the first one's good.
You know why?
Because it's Fantastic Beasts.
Because it's Pokemon. It's just
true, yeah.
It's just Harry Potter Pokemon, and it's quite fun. But then number 2 is like, ooh,
it's all set up.
We're adding to the lore, and I
Yeah.
go, I don't care. Show me Pokemon, and they go, no.
There was a huge reveal at the end of the last one, and I can't remember what it was.
No, yeah, they hyped it up. Like there was even.
Remember, you got pins.
We got pin badges telling
Yeah.
us to keep the secrets,
Yeah.
and
Can't remember what it was.
And Johnny Depp came up on screen beforehand and he was like, hello everyone, I'm me, Johnny Depp. Don't spoil this film for anyone.
Is this your Johnny Depp?
He's English, right?
Yeah, well, no. Is he?
Why is Alexa? She's not in this room. Oh my god, I'm delirious. Right.
Yeah, I know.
Should we play a song? Why are you laughing?
Oh, because this is going to be our best episode.
We'll play a song, and then when we come back, we'll do Game Awards.
Yes.
We'll do Globes and Critics.
Yes. I think that's a very good idea.
All in a big oneer.
Yes.
All right. And in the meantime, you can listen to the Cardigans.
Yes.
I got a question for you, Ryan.
Go for it.
How the hell can Cardigans make a song? That's a piece of clothing.
That's very true.
I'd like a refund. This is My Favorite Game by the Cardigans. My Favorite Game by the Cardigans. Again, a question. How can a cardigan make music? It's
The
fabric.
Carpenters can do it because they're real human people.
What was that? I didn't hear your reasoning. Please
It
go
was
again.
a very bad joke. Adam.
Please go again.
Oh, you're on fire
I
today.
don't even know what's wrong with me.
You need to be sick more often.
I'm crazy today. I'm in a silly, goofy mood. I'm so sorry. This show is terrible. Why are you even listening? Maybe we're getting more listeners. Who knows?
Maybe.
I have the sniffles. The Game Awards. It's like the Oscars, but for video games.
Yes. Who's the host again?
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley, that's it, yeah.
Who is just like, what I love about Jeff Keighley?
One of the bros.
Jeff Keighley's just some dude.
Yeah, just
who's
some
just
dude.
like been like, you know what, we should do Game Awards, and everyone, yeah, let's do it, Jeff. And he went, really? And now he's just this face of like
Video games.
basically
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley's like the face of video games going on just now.
And he's just some guy.
He's just some
Some
dude.
schlub.
I'm not even joking. Jeff Keighley is just some dude. I love him.
Yeah.
I love him a bit. He's great. But the Game Awards are really big now. They've gotten bigger and bigger and bigger each year.
Better?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. The Game Awards have gotten much better over the years. They are a big celebration of video games, and something that I think that the video game community... Stop laughing at me.
It was funny. It was funny. I wish people could see your face for that. That was beautiful. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, the Video Game Awards, or just the Game Awards, I should say, have become so big that they are now overtaking the Oscars in viewership.
That is madness.
Because the Oscars are on television,
Oh,
you have to
yeah.
pay to watch them, whereas the Game Awards are you can view them free online.
YouTube. Yeah.
YouTube, Twitch, Mixer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Any other site.
Yeah, I
which
guess
you wish.
other ones, I suppose, Twitter. You can stream on Twitter.
I know, yeah. Didn't expect it, though.
But they are a fun way to celebrate the year of gaming and give awards and stuff. And it's just nice. And it also gives companies an opportunity to do kind of performances or interviews on stage or announce things, show off trailers, show off gameplay and stuff like that.
I will say, in terms of an award show, though, it was poor.
Oh,
it's not a good award show.
No, it's very...
Because most of the runtime is new announcements. So it's
what
basically E3.
It's basically E3, but
Yeah.
they also give awards, and that's the point. That's the reason
Because
it goes on.
I remember, I did actually give it a watch. I gave it a watch this year, first time ever.
Yeah.
And I tuned in early because I was like, okay, I'm not doing anything.
Well, that's
I'll
a
just
mistake.
I'll just put it in early. The pre-show gave out most of the awards.
Yeah. This is the thing. Here's the tip. If Jeff Keighley is presenting something, don't watch for the first hour because it will just be drivel. Because
I wanted to know the awards.
I love Jeff Keighley, right? I love
Yeah.
him. I think he's great. But every single time he presents something, if it's like Summer Games Fest, or if he does something for E3, the first hour will always just be him up on stage going, right, guys, in the next hour, we're going to go on with this. In the meantime, here's an announcement. And then
Joke's
it's
on you. Jeff Keighley wasn't doing it.
Was he not?
No, it was some girl.
Ugh, a woman.
I can't remember her name.
Women don't play games.
That is incredibly.
They're too busy doing taxes. What do women do?
Tax day.
I don't speak to women, Ryan. What do women do?
Play video games.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Probably more so than you.
Shut up. No, I play more video games than even they do, I bet. I'm sorry.
You have to admit you're joking now.
I am joking. I know women play video games. I've seen it with my own two eyes.
Yes.
Trust me. Do you want to know some of the winners?
Sure, go ahead.
Game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's the big one.
Yeah.
It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Did you play it?
I wanted to, but I didn't.
Did I play it? No.
No.
Did anybody listening play it? No.
I think, yeah, probably, actually.
Nobody played this game.
I really wanted to. I loved A Way Out.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, is that It Takes Two is a genuinely really good game. I've played a little bit of it, and it was fun. And I think if you get someone, sit down on a couch and do co-op with this game, you'll love it, and you'll have a great time with it. But nobody played it.
So you're saying it shouldn't have won?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it was an upset because nobody played this game, but it won anyway. I'm going to see who the nominations were because I didn't get those up.
Let me try and think off the top of my head. It Takes Two, obviously. Resident Evil Village was nominated. I think Ratchet and Clank was nominated.
For Game of the Year, there was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, Metroid Dread, and Deathloop.
Game Loop, I love that because it's basically what it is. I'd give it to Psychonauts 2.
See, Psychonauts 2 was robbed, people say. For art direction, they gave it to Deathloop, which I've played, and it is a very artistically stylized game. However, no, give it to Psychonauts 2.
Yeah.
That's way more stylized. Best game direction, Deathloop. Sure, I don't really know what happens in game direction, but I'll just agree with it. Best narrative, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I finished it.
How was it?
Literally yesterday. Great game. Genuinely fantastic.
Worthy of the award?
Yes, good story. I enjoyed it.
Good.
I would recommend people play it.
Good.
Best performance was Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil Village. Ryan, you find this funny. Would you care to explain to the audience why I find this funny?
Well, I for once, I would love Resident Evil to get all of the awards because I'm a big fan.
Best fighting game, Resident Evil.
Yeah. Best 8-bit game, even if that's an award. I'd give it to it.
What do you mean? No. What do you mean best 8-bit game?
What 8-bit game? That's like, arcade, isn't it?
No.
What's 8-bit?
No. 8-bit is just the 8-bit's just the graphics.
Yeah.
Why would they just have an award best 8-bit game?
Because sometimes games are like made like what's the one I'm thinking of? Brawlhalla?
That's not 8-bit.
What's that? 16?
Are you trying to think of the word indie?
No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're trying to think of the word indie.
No, what's
You're
the one?
trying to describe indie games.
What's the game? I'm sure you know. And it featured, you could play as like the 1980s like buff movie stars, and they were named funny, and it was a shooting game.
Broforce?
Broforce, is that what it's called?
It came out like 2013.
Yeah, that's an 8-bit game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got pixel art.
Yeah, but it was made as an 8-bit game.
It's not. No, Ryan. They cut.
It's like a genre.
No, it's not a genre. 8-bit game is not a genre. Indie is a genre.
We'll get to the genres later on with Golden Globes, but 8-bit.
You don't deserve to play video games. I'm gatekeeping you right
anyway,
now. I don't care.
This performance in Resident Evil Village, I just find kind of funny because, well, spoilers, she's not in it for a very long portion of the game.
No.
Literally, I'd say maybe a quarter of the game she's in it. And of everything, I would say that she is... Well, she's the most famous, but that's...
Why?
That's because of, like, Twitter and Reddit and such, and their infatuation...
What are they doing on there?
...with this lovely-looking woman.
Oh.
Yes. And that's why she's famous.
You like this 9-foot vampire lady, do you? Right?
A lot of people do, yes.
Are you trying to claim you don't?
I didn't say that. But anyway, when I was watching the awards, it showed everyone else up for this award. It had Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. I mean, I love him in general. I haven't played Far Cry 6, but give it to him. Like, surely he put in a standout performance.
Yeah, I mean, out of them all, I guess Maggie Robertson does kind of deserve it. I haven't played Life is Strange, like True Colors.
I've heard it's brilliant. I've heard the whole series is brilliant, to be honest, but that's an indie game, Glenn, which you don't play.
I'll hit you over the head.
No, it should have got Game of the Year.
What?
12 minutes.
Oh. You know what, Ryan? You know what? It was nominated.
Not for Game of the Year.
No, but for Best Independent
I
Game.
know, and it didn't win, and I was sad.
Kena Bridge of Spirits did.
Never heard of it.
Mm.
Never heard of it. I am so sorry, Glenn. I am so sorry.
Right. Enough of the awards. Let's get to the announcements that they made throughout the show, which is, to be honest, the more important and
the main
exciting
thing.
bit. The main thing that we like to talk about. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League got some gameplay. I didn't even watch this.
Looked really good.
I didn't even watch this.
Looked really good. Very frenetic.
I'm going to play it right now and watch a bit of this.
Mm-hmm. It looks... It looks... It doesn't look anything like the Arkham fighting system, to be perfectly honest.
No.
It looks more like...
Oh, wow, this is very kinetic.
Yeah. It goes at a very fast pace, and I feel like... You know how Doom Eternal's main idea is speed?
Yeah.
It feels like it's also going with that in terms of brawling.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be fast. It feels like one where you have to keep up with it.
It's a team shooter, I'm guessing, correct?
I think it is, yeah. I think you can play like 4-player, and everyone can pick
this
a member
looks
of
pretty
it.
good.
It does. It looks very good.
Who would you play out of Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark? Who are you playing?
Here's the thing. I would say I'm probably a bigger Harley Quinn fan than all the rest of them. So in terms of fan, I would probably pick Harley Quinn. However, I feel like King Shark would be the best.
I was going to play King Shark.
You could play King Shark.
No, I'm going to play Captain Boomerang. I want to hear his Australian accent.
Oh yeah, crikey.
Star Wars Eclipse. What?
Did you know about this? Of course you did.
I did know about this.
Yeah.
So, this is made by the same people who made games like Detroit Become Human and
Heavy Rain
and Beyond
Two Souls. Yes. David Cage.
David Cage.
Yeah. Controversial man.
This will be a brand new playable game and will feature multiple playable characters and branching storylines. And it's going to be a similar game to how those are played, of course. So it won't be high octane action. It will be very slow, story driven, but it'll be set within the Star Wars world. And we know Yoda is in it.
Yes, but you know the best part of it?
What?
It looks like it's set during or just before Phantom Menace.
It is set during the High Republic.
Yeah. It
So
looks
yes.
that was the biggest takeaway for me that got me excited.
It also looks bloody gorgeous.
It does that.
But this
actually.
is just a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know if
It
it's
could
going to
look rubbish when it comes out.
It might look terrible.
Could look 8-bit.
Wonder Woman.
Another good announcement. I'm happy with this. I don't think
getting-
Wonder Woman's ever had a solo video game before.
Nope. She's getting her own game by the studio behind Middle-earth, Shadow of War, and Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, okay.
Monolith
Yeah,
Studios.
okay.
I'm
good with that.
Spat on my keyboard. Yummy.
I'm good with that.
We know nothing about this game apart from that it's made by people who did an open world game before. Will this also be an open world game? We'll see. Not too sure. Alan Wake
2.
2.
Oh,
number 2.
my favorite announcement of the whole celebration awards ceremony.
Ryan was very pleased with this.
This got announced maybe like within the first hour. I should have stopped watching and gone to bed because nothing beat this.
No,
I don't think.
not even the Forspoken is coming out May 24th, 2022.
No word of a lie. I think I'd play it.
PS5 exclusive.
Oh well, I'm not playing it.
Forspoken, made by Square Enix. Does look very nice. I believe it's running on Unreal Engine 5, which is pretty sick.
It's got her from Charlie's Angels in it.
Don't call me.
I think. Angel.
Thank you.
There we go.
Ryan's. I don't even know if you like this movie franchise or not, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I noticed this. Yeah.
It's getting a video game from the creators of Friday the 13th. The game.
Now, when it came up, I was very excited, but I am getting sick and tired of all of these like old horror movies or franchises getting a video game, me being excited and then finding out it's a multiplayer game. Because, I mean, we've got Friday the 13th, then there's Dead by Daylight, which, let's face it, is just a, like, compilation of, like, your favourites.
Yeah.
And then...
originals.
And, yeah, of course. But, I mean, like, it's got everything. Michael Myers, Saw, Freddy Krueger, Stranger Things, Silent Hill. Like, it's got everything.
Yeah.
And then there's the new Evil Dead game coming out as well.
The new Evil Dead game is more of a Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, but it's still multiplayer.
Yeah, but Ryan, you say it's like you don't have friends. You have friends.
I know,
right
but
here.
I want a single player horror game
Just say you don't like me.
for these films. I don't know why, but I just find them scarier, I guess. Oh, I've killed Glenn.
No, okay.
I broke his heart. I'll play this with you, Glenn. Don't worry.
I don't want to play it with you. You broke my heart. Cinema's Saga Hellblade 2.
Looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it was a cinematic trailer.
No, it was well, from what Jeff Keighley
Cinematic
said.
gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
I'll shut my mouth.
Jeff Keighley does not lie.
Jeff Keighley, don't lie, boy.
Yeah.
I played the first one. You haven't.
Still got to get to it.
Play it.
I've got it downloaded on the new Xbox, which I haven't tried
it's
out.
It's short.
Yeah.
But is a
perfect.
very, very, very interesting experience.
Speaking of short games, which is perfect experience, and it also got a little bit of announcement in this award ceremony. Plague Tale 2.
Yeah.
Plague Tale 2, I'm getting so excited for it. I don't know why, but I loved the first game.
Ryan can't wait to save children from rats.
Yeah. I can't remember their names.
Rats.
Rats, yeah.
Rats.
But it was a great game, and I'm excited for the second one.
But Hellblade 2 Cinema Saga, I played the first one. I liked it a lot. I'll play that one. Halo TV show. Ryan, come on, do the nothing.
Nope, nothing.
Not doing the Halo theme.
No.
Halo the series is coming to everybody's favorite, the most famous streaming platform known to man.
Quibi.
It's
Is it not Quibi? It's all.
It's Paramount Plus.
Oh, close.
Close to this.
Close.
It could have been Peacock.
Could have been.
Could have been Peacock.
It looks good as well. We haven't mentioned that. It
looks
looks good. It looks decent.
I mean, yeah, it's Halo. You can't really mess it up. It's like the 8th time they tried to do a Halo thing
Probably, yeah.
for TV or film.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Elden Ring.
Was there anything for that?
Yeah, there was a trailer for Elden Ring.
I
A new
must have
lore
fell
trailer
asleep.
for
I must
Elden
have fell
Ring.
asleep.
From Software, creators behind Dark Souls, Bloodborne, this brand new game, made in collaboration with, I believe, George R.R. Martin, is looking pretty good. I'll buy it, I'll play it, I'll die a bunch. Sonic Frontiers, brand new Sonic game. Ryan,
Yes,
number one Sonic fan I know.
of course.
You love Sonic.
I do like Sonic more than Mario, yes.
You like the Hedgehog.
I do.
Do you also like Tails?
Sure.
Who is your favorite Sonic character?
Is there one called Rose?
Amy Rose.
Amy, that's it.
Do you like Rouge the Bat?
Rouge the Bat, yes, my favorite.
What is your opinion on Big the Cat?
Too big.
Too big?
Too big. Needs to be smaller.
No, too much big, not enough cat.
Yes, exactly.
What do you think of Vector the Croc? Is it Vector or is it Vexter?
I can't remember.
What do you think of what's the bee's name?
There's a bee?
It's bee.
Is there?
Yeah,
It's called Bee. It's called Barry the Bee.
There's Espeon the Espeon.
Maybe you're a bigger Sonic fan than me.
I don't even like Sonic. He sucks.
Wow.
There hasn't been a good Sonic game since Sonic Mania that wasn't even made by Sonic Team, but Sonic Team can't seem to make a good Sonic game. Sonic Forces sucked. Sonic 06 sucked. Every other Sonic game before that sucked.
God, you boomed them.
I can't. Sonic doesn't make good games anymore.
Yeah.
Apart from Sonic Mania, which was great, but that was because it was not made by Sonic Team. But this one, it's Breath of the Wild, but Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
It's open world.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I'll play it, maybe. No, actually,
you
I'll say that
you won't.
I won't play it.
You won't.
Won't play it.
Speaking of Sonic trailer 2 came out.
It did. I didn't. I mean, I haven't reached that while scrolling, but thanks, Ryan. I guess we'll talk about that now.
We're on the Sonic train.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the film. This is the film sequel to the film adaptation that came out 2020.
Yes. Yeah.
February of 2020.
Yeah.
I liked the first one. You didn't like it as much as me.
I thought it was fine enough.
You aren't excited for this new film.
No.
I am. It's got Tails in it.
Yeah.
It's got Knuckles.
Yeah.
Idris Elba plays Knuckles.
That's exciting.
Jim Carrey is back as Dr. Robotnik.
Fine.
It's got more of a video game accurate look.
Yeah.
Tails says it's playing. Chaos,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Chaos Emeralds.
Are they in it?
Yeah.
What about the birds from the first 5 minutes of the first Sonic movie? His family.
Oh, the owl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the owl. I'm curious about that as well. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Gollum. You could just say it normally.
Gollum.
Yeah.
Got a small cinematic trailer. Cool. Tiny Tina's Wonderland got an official story trailer. Cool.
Couldn't care.
Among Us.
VR. Yeah.
Among Us.
I heard about
Among Us.
Are you excited, Glenn?
No. Among Us is getting a VR mode. He says to crickets. Matrix Resurrections gets another trailer.
Yes.
And the Matrix Awakens gets its release on both Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 as a tech demo for the Unreal Engine 5. Playable tech demo for the Unreal Engine 5. I've played it. It's very impressive. Mm-hmm. It's very, very impressive.
Is it like... I've just seen screenshots, but the screenshots remind me of Reloaded. Is it just Reloaded?
What do you mean, is it just Reloaded?
Like the end of Reloaded with a highway chase.
No, right. So, basically... you get a very small, you get a cinematic intro, and then you get to actually go and play some gameplay. But it is just switching between targets and firing a gun. Mm-hmm. And then eventually, once all that's done, you actually get the chance to walk around a version of, where are they based? Is it Seattle?
Could be. I can't remember.
The city.
in the computer.
You get to walk around the big city, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can walk about it. You can fly. You can drive, and just kind of look at the sights. You can mess about with the settings. You can see how the world looks with the lighting, and it's essentially a tech demo for all the fancy tech that Unreal Engine 5 is doing. Mm-hmm. And it's very, very impressive to see, and is very good, and I would recommend that anybody who has a PS5 or an Xbox Series X checks it out, downloads it, and gives it a try.
We might talk about it again when we do our Matrix
Yes,
episode.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Cuphead is finally getting its DLC that was announced way back in 2018. Mm-hmm. Cuphead, the delicious last course, finally comes out June 30th. And Dune, Spice Wars,
yeah, I forgot about
is a real-time strategy game that's coming out.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
People might like that.
I don't like real-time strategy games.
Neither do I.
It's like StarCraft and stuff.
Yeah, not my thing.
Not my thing.
Not my thing.
Oh, goodness, sorry. Right, last 9 minutes of the show. Let's quickly go through some of the nominations for the Globes.
Yes.
The Golden Globes nominations lists were announced. Before we get into that, let us remind all our lovely listeners, what do the Globes count for, Ryan?
Absolutely nothing.
The Globes count for absolutely nothing. Their nominations are always very weird.
Yeah.
Left-wing.
We always bring up The Martian being nominated in musical or comedy.
Yep. Strange
to
choice.
prove just how much the Globes
choice.
don't matter.
The Globes really don't matter. But it's interesting to see usually what is the most nominated in the Globes is never going to be the most nominated for stuff like the Oscars or even the BAFTAs. But we're a long way away from getting Oscars and BAFTAs nominations just now. So this is all we have.
Yeah.
So, Best Motion Picture Drama, I'm just going to list a few off. Belfast is currently leading along with The Power of the Dog for nominations. Belfast being the film directed by Kenneth Branagh, also starring Kenneth Branagh, I believe.
He might be in it. I think it's based on his life.
I think it is based on his life.
But I don't know if he's in it. But it's definitely him.
It is definitely him. It's not out yet. It's not released until next year. It's keep an eye out for that. Coda, I haven't even heard of this film.
No, neither have I. Give it a Google.
I'll give it a Google.
Maybe we're just not remembering. Because I can't remember the name of Coda.
Coda. It's available to watch now on Apple TV.
Oh no, we've missed it then. We've missed our chance. Because we don't have Apple.
It was released in August. And is sitting at pretty decent scores. So maybe it is good.
Yeah.
Dune, King Richard, The Power of the Dog, which we'll be talking about later. Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, Cyrano.
Oh, the Peter Dinklage. The Peter Dinklage
thing.
musical.
Don't Look Up, which is coming out this week in Belmont.
I think it's out in Belmont already. Yeah. And then it's on Netflix Christmas Eve.
Epic.
Yeah.
Licorice Pizza, Tick Tick Boom, West Side Story. For Best Director, you have Kenneth Branagh, Jane Campion for Power of the Dog, Maggie Gyllenhaal. Any relation?
Yes.
To Jake?
Sister.
Really?
Yeah.
Sister of Jake?
Yeah,
sister of Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes.
Maggie Gyllenhaal, sister of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, that is correct.
Director of The Lost Daughter, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
You're correct, yes.
Gyllenhaal, Gyllen got 'em all.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Spielberg for West Side Story and Denis Villeneuve for Dune, as well as Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye and Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter and Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos.
No, I think these
are best performance by actress in
not
motion picture drama.
I was seriously questioning how they were going on so much.
Lady Gaga, House of Gucci.
Of course, yes.
Kristen Stewart for Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
In musical or comedy, you've got Marion
Cotillard.
Thank you for Annette. Alana Haim.
Oh, we'll love to see it.
Love to see it for Licorice Pizza.
Love to see
Jennifer Lawrence for Don't Look Up. Emma Stone for Cruella.
As a surprise
Cruella
nomination.
was a film that came out.
Yeah, months and months ago. Yeah.
Very mediocre.
I think it's decent enough.
I mean,
I think it's fun. Yeah.
Okay. And Rachel Ziegler for West Side Story, Best Actress in a Supporting Role. You have Katrina Balfe?
Sure.
Sure. For Belfast, Ariana Boudreaux for West Side Story. Kirsten Dunst is in Power of the Dog.
Yes.
No
She's
way.
very good.
Awane Ellis for King Richard and Ruth Negga for Passing.
Yes.
Best performance by an actor in a motion picture or drama. You have Mahershala Ali for Swan Song. You have Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, Will Smith for King Richard, Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth. Hey, you know what? I'm pretty happy with that list. You know why? That's a very diverse list. You've got Will Smith, Denzel, and Mahershala.
Yes.
All there. That's pretty good.
Yes.
I'm pretty happy about that. In terms of musical or comedy, you got Leonardo DiCaprio, Peter Dinklage, Andrew Garfield, Cooper Hoffman, and Anthony Ramos. I am very happy to see Ansel Elgort not getting a single nomination. Burn in hell for me, buddy. Best performance by an actor in a supporting role. You have Ben Affleck for The Tender Bar. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Ben Affleck, where'd he come from?
Yeah.
Hasn't he been too busy with J-Lo?
The Tender Bar.
He's been too busy with J-Lo all this year.
Yeah, wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I would. Jeez. Jamie Dornan for Belfast, Kieran Hines for Belfast, Troy Kotzer for Coda, and Cody Smith McPhee.
Well done, yes.
Thank you for The Power of the Dog. Best Screenplay Motion Picture, Paul Thomas Anderson, Licorice Pizza, Kenneth Branagh, Belfast, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, Adam McKay, Don't Look Up, Andy Sorkin Being the Ricardos.
Quite honestly, like, we haven't seen a lot of these films yet,
No.
to be fair. However, from early reactions to all of these films, I feel like this is quite a... In terms of recent years with, like, Oscars and BAFTAs and all the such, this is quite a mediocre and average
there's
year.
nothing that I'm like, whoa, that's weird.
It's kind of disappointing, especially when considering that, for instance, I wouldn't necessarily say put Spencer into, like, best original screenplay, but weird films like that aren't really getting nominated.
Yeah.
Whereas films that are very, very, like, I don't want to say mediocre, but, like, very safe and very, like, of course that got in, like House of Gucci and
Surprised
King Richard.
why didn't Jared Leto get a nomination?
I think he's actually nominated in Critics' Choice Awards, Best Supporting Actor.
Get out. No.
Have a look.
If this is real, you owe me money.
How do I owe you money?
You just do, because I'm just going to be annoyed and I need payment.
I can swear he's
See,
nominated for something.
Ryan, keep talking. I'm going to see if there's anything interesting in here. In
Okay.
this list.
But as we've already said, Golden Globes are really nothing to think about necessarily. It's all about the BAFTAs and the Oscars for us. But these are the first inklings of who and what might get nominated later on in the season. Did you find it?
Yeah, it is real. Jared Leto, House of Gucci,
Yeah.
for Best Supporting Actor. Are you mentally ill? What's going on here? What?
One of the worst performances of the year.
The man screamed a honk.
Yeah.
Chic. Is chic. I like. There's good jokes going on Twitter just now about how Paolo Gucci is just appearing in other films.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Spider-Man No Way Home will feature Paolo Gucci's introduction to the MCU.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a picture of.
I love the joke that I've seen multiple times in which someone posts a picture of the father of the Dolmio family, and it's just like Jared Leto in House of Gucci.
That's funny.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that too. That's good. Yeah, I can't really see much else in terms of nominations. It's particularly interesting. In Best Animated Feature for both Critics' Choice and Globes, Disney have 3.
Mm-hmm.
Luca, Encanto, and Raya and the Last Dragon. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? That's
Yeah.
too many. Too many.
Oh, Lady Gaga, welcome. Welcome to the
Ryan!
show. What?
Sorry, I don't know why I screamed there. Free Guy
Yeah, Free Guy's
is
nominated
nominated for Best Comedy.
as well. Yeah.
Next to Licorice Pizza? I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
That is a
Get me out of here.
disgrace.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
crawl out. I'm gonna crawl out of this hellhole. I can't take it anymore.
At least it's not Red Notice.
Oh, at least it's not Red Notice. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. We're gonna play you the news. Catch you in a bit.
It's intermission time, folks. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right over to our refreshment center for the most extravagant array of refreshment goodies ever assembled under one roof. Enjoy breathtaking, mouth-watering goodies. Everything from a snack to a delicious full meal. At our refreshment center, you'll find a large variety of goodies to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, or your sweet tooth. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Visit our refreshment center now.
And now, on with the show.
Frankie, where's he going?
Hollywood?
Is he on his way,
Yes.
or is it a theoretical?
You want to know the
discussion?
actual true story, I believe, behind their name?
Nope. No, please do tell.
I believe that the members of Frankie Goes to Hollywood was driving, and they saw a billboard
Yeah.
for Frank Sinatra's return, or like one of his return shows,
Yeah,
in which he was playing Hollywood, and it said Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and they just stole it.
really.
Yeah, I believe that's the
What
story.
were they calling themselves at the time?
Holly Johnson's all-star trio, probably. Well, I think there was more than 3 of them, but hey-ho.
Terrible name. I would never listen to a song by them. Right. It's the second half of In-Flight Movies here on Shmoon at 9.8 FM. Ryan is here.
As always.
I am here.
Mm-hmm.
Still. I'm ill. Apologies for any delirium that happens throughout the show. There's been
It made the first hour absolutely hilarious
been
for
quite
me.
a lot so
Yeah.
far. You've been having a right guffaw in the corner over there while I am attempting to present a radio show.
Yes.
But now it is the movie review portion of the show,
Mm-hmm.
where we discuss some of the movies that we've been watching this week, kind of split up between me and Ryan. I saw one of the films he told me to watch, and none of the other ones.
And the one that you watched, I didn't watch.
You didn't watch.
Yeah, I
which-
couldn't put myself through it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't. So I think we'll start with you,
Okay.
because you've been itching, literally itching
Yes.
at your skin to talk about this film.
Yes. Okay. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Like, okay. For starters, I am a massive Resident Evil fan.
Big fan.
Big fan. So much so that obviously the games, I adored them. We'll get into the fundamentals of the games a little bit later on. But I even...
How long is this review if you're going
It's
into
not going to be long, I promise.
fundamentals of the video game
promise.
franchise is
I
based
promise.
on?
But I'm even a fan of the really, really bad Paul W.S. Anderson films. I actually think that they're decent, most of them.
You mean Licorice Pizza, Paul W.F. Anderson?
No, that's Paul Thomas Anderson. It's his brother. Yeah, it's his brother.
It's his brother.
Yeah. But yeah, the Paul W.S. Anderson films are always commented on how they're the worst video game adaptations. And to a push, that's correct, because they share nothing to do with the actual video games.
It's not true.
It's very... Yeah,
There
you're
are
right,
zombies in them.
Very true, yes. But that's about it. That's about it. And the fact that there's an outbreak caused by Umbrella. But I would say that those films are now showing how good they are due to how bad this film is.
You mean it's not good?
This is a terrible film. It's so boring.
What?
It is so boring. At least the W.S. Anderson films were like trying to be something different. They were trying to be like B-movie commentaries on surveillance and what it means to be a video game film. This is nothing. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's written and directed by Johannes Roberts, who has a filmography that is, well, quite bad. We'll say that. However, I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt, because the films that I have seen of his, as a horror director, I think that he has framing and shot composition and an idea of how to work the camera the same way that John Carpenter, in a sense, does. There's very, like, not long takes, but takes in which the suspense can be put through there. He just doesn't know how to include the suspense. That's the problem with him. His screenplays are always not good. Well, he did Strangers 2, Pray at Night, and the 47 Meters Down films. But with this, throughout the whole marketing, he was saying how he was a massive fan of the franchise, and he was going to do justice to these stories. And in a sense, it does seem like he is a fan of the games. However, he is a fan making a film. This is not a competent film. I am fully under the impression that if you have not played the first 2 Resident Evil games, this film makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh.
And for a brief idea of what I mean, there's a character in this film, which I've talked to you about many times, even before this film was even a thing. But one of my favourite characters in the first Resident Evil game, the remake, if we're being technical, is Lisa Trevor. And Lisa Trevor is this villainous presence that is probably the bleakest and most upsetting character in all of Resident Evil. She appears in this film. I know the backstory of Lisa Trevor. I know what she's went through. I know what she's doing. This film just throws her in and doesn't explain her. Doesn't explain her whatsoever. So while I know in the background, understand what's happening, I can guarantee for people that don't know anything, she makes no sense whatsoever. And for that happens with 9 times out of 10 most of the characters in this film. It just makes no sense whatsoever. It's not scary at all. Like, there's not one single jump scare, even.
Well, maybe to a big, strong boy like you, but to a little baby like me, I'm like a scare.
I think you would have hated this film. But
yeah, I probably would have. I hate a lot. I hate things a lot easier than you do.
Yeah. But I will, in terms of positives, the cast, I think, is actually on par. I think everyone does a decent job with what they're given, and I think that they are really good portrayals of these famous characters. I liked them. The set design and all the little Easter eggs and references, while they are very in your face, it's good. There is attention to detail, and I appreciated that fact, because this isn't a high budget film. They could have easily just made it, but no, there is care put into the sets, and I'm surprised with that. And there's one scene out of this entire 1 hour, 40-minute film, which is actually really good. Really? And I'm being very genuine.
Genuine in your wording of really good.
Yes, it's really good. It's Chris Redfield, one of the main protagonists.
Of course. Does he punch boulders?
Unfortunately, no, but I have heard after the fact that he was going to include a scene where he punched a boulder.
Better have punched a boulder.
But there's a scene in which he's at the Spencer mansion and he is Spencer mansion. Thank you. And he is shooting through this horde of zombies, and the only light source that actually goes throughout the scene is the gunfire from his gun, and then the lighter that he has. And not only is that a callback to the remake of the game, but it's actually a really solidly well-made and well-directed sequence. That's the only part. That and there's one frame, and I'm not even joking, there is one frame, one shot, which is brilliant. And it's not a joke, not anything like that. It's just genuinely really, really impressive. And those tiny little things makes me think there could have been a lot here. It's just super boring. And there's one unforgivable needle drop joke, and that's the next song that we're going to play. It is a needle drop joke in a Resident Evil movie.
How could they?
And you know what? Not even lying. It might actually... It's so bonkers that it might work. I don't know if it completely derails the entirety of the film or if it's the best scene in the film. It doesn't make sense, and I don't know how I feel about it. And this is like days after seeing the film. But in short, do not go see this film. Do not watch the film. Even if you're a Resident Evil fan, I do not think you would have enjoyment with it.
Do not watch Resident Evil.
Because, hell, I'm one of the biggest fans I know of.
Ryan's the biggest. Ryan bought the games.
I did. And I found it boring. Just completely and utterly boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Resident Evil. Don't go see it. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
After third time's charm. After this song, which is Crushed by Jennifer Page, which is the needle drop.
That is the needle drop joke.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense. It's so... I can't even word.
Can't even say the words. Yeah. After this song, me and Ryan will probably do a double bill where Ryan talks about Zoey's Extraordinary Christmas, and I will discuss the Diary of a Wimpy Kid film that was released on Disney Plus. We'll see you after this song. Crush by Jennifer Page.
During that song, I described
the scene
where that plays.
Chatting on about to me. Interesting, weird. I want to see it now. Just that one scene.
Like I said, it could be perfect. It might be the worst thing. It might be the best thing. I can't tell. So that's the beauty of it. Anyway, how was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Glenn?
Right. So, I am someone who grew up with Diary of a Wimpy Kid as a child, right? Mm-hmm. I read the books when they were coming out. I remember the live-action films were released. I remember liking the live-action films.
How many were there?
3, and then they released a 4th with a different cast.
I was going to try and trick you out. Yes, you were right.
Of course I'm right. Who do you think I am? Come on!
Do you remember what the third one was called?
No, there's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and then there's Dog Days.
Nope. Dog Days is the third one.
Oh my god, what was this? Oh, second one was Roger Rules.
Well done.
Third one was Dog Days. Fourth one was The Long Haul.
Well done.
Oh, come on.
Well done. Full marks.
Zoey mama.
A+.
Zoey mama.
Anyway, how is this one?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I can best describe as, remember the Peanuts movie that came out by Sony Pictures Animation?
Yeah, I liked it.
In 2015?
It was a while ago.
2014?
Sure, we'll say something like that, yeah.
And that was a film in which it took the look of the original Peanuts comic strip and turned that from a 2D picture on a book to a 3D CGI animation. Mm-hmm. And it did that beautifully. And the film was done very well. And it looked gorgeous. And it was fun. And it fit with the idea of Peanuts.
Yes.
And the idea of Charlie Brown, right? Mm-hmm. That was well and done, right? This film is trying to do the same thing, but failing oh so miserably because it just doesn't know what it's doing. This film feels like it was just made for the sake of being made.
Oh.
There's no care. There's no interest. There's no attempt at being different or trying to do the story differently. It's just a page-to-screen adaptation of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And there are scenes and the story. There is no story. There isn't a story. The story is that Greg and Rowley have an argument every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
There is no story. There is no repercussion. There are repercussions from characters and stuff. But there's nothing to this film. There's no style. There's no style to this animated film that looks like it does.
Mm-hmm.
They've 3D'd all the characters, like, from page to screen completely. They all have noodle arms. No one has elbows or knees. They all just bend their arms. Everyone's long and lanky and tall. Characters have either, like, one of two or three face variations. There's no... It's not funny. It's not unique. It's not interesting. I can't remember anything about this film apart from how horrifying some shots look. In the beginning of this film, they do 2 shots that are wide angle. Now, you don't get many wide angle shots with distorted visuals because of the wide angle lens when used on a close-up object.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that kind of image often in an animated film. They do 2 of them within about the first 10 minutes, which made me think, oh, holy whoa, we might actually get something interesting here.
Yeah.
We might get some visually interesting editing from this film.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't.
Nah, they completely forget about it.
Forgot about it. They drop it. It just completely lacks any weight, movement. Everything feels so slow. There's no speed to it. Like scenes in which characters are supposed to be like being chased by something or running from something. There's just no speed to it. There's no urgency. Everything is just happening and moving as it goes along. Characters feel completely underutilized. Do you remember, even in the live action ones, how good is the dad as a character?
I can't remember the dad.
Shut up.
That's not even a joke. I don't remember a lot about the film. Roderick's good.
Roderick's good.
Yeah.
Roderick is in one scene in this film. One. Greg Heffley isn't a good character either. Greg Heffley is a little... I want to hit him. I would kick that child. Bully him in school. I don't like him. He's not good. Manny, horrifying. Horrifying baby.
How horrifying baby.
Manny is 3.
Horrifying baby.
Manny is 3.
How long is this film, by the way?
This film is 52 minutes, but it feels like 8 hours. It never ends. There's like 3 scenes. And it never ends.
There's 3 scenes, wow. That's my favourite part of all this. The fact that it's less than an hour. This barely reaches theatrical feature length. But you couldn't stand it.
No.
I love that.
Couldn't. Even jokes that are supposed to be funny just aren't funny at all.
Does he touch the cheese?
He does touch the cheese.
Okay.
The cheese is there. The cheese exists. The cheese is the main plot of this film.
Wow.
The main plot of this film is
the
that there
MacGuffin.
is the MacGuffin cheese that is used in the beginning and the end and never in the middle.
Beautiful.
MacGuffin cheese.
Yes. So this isn't a nice cheddar. This is
No.
a stinky...
This is a stinky
blue
Swiss
cheese.
that's been left on the black asphalt.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Terrible.
You know they're making like 5 of these now.
I will die on a hill before I watch another one of these.
There wasn't like the second... Like Roderick Rules is already greenlit. Like it's coming out.
I remember Roderick Rules the book more because I read Roderick Rules and then I read Dog Days before I read the first book. So... Maybe I'll like Roderick Rules
Maybe
more.
you'll like it, yeah.
Maybe, I think it's a better book, so maybe I'll find it a better film.
I don't even think I've read any of the books.
Well, that's because you had a sad childhood.
Yeah.
You weren't. You felt not to relate to the wimpy child.
What cool things did I read? And definitely not Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
You were reading Moby Dick and Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, boring. Who wants them? Give
What a
me
loser.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
You
Yeah.
have no friends.
God.
Disclaimer: Ryan has friends. I'm one of them.
Yes.
But yeah, it's not worth it. It's on Disney Plus. Don't watch it.
That's another one. So, film of the week.
Film of the week.
Film of the week.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Don't watch it.
Yeah. Well, I watched Zoey's Extraordinary Christmas. Now, I feel like I have to give backstory to this.
You're gonna need like 8 years of lore
God.
just so you know what's going on.
So Zoey's Extraordinary, I always called it extraordinary because I can't say the word extraordinary often. So Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist was a TV show which I binge-watched over lockdown. One of the only shows that I will ever probably binge-watch.
May I add, one that nobody recommended him.
No, this was one I found on my own.
He stumbled upon on his own 2 feet.
The show stars Jane Levy, and I'm actually a big Jane Levy fan. She's Mia in the Evil Dead remake.
Said like 3 people, I'm a big Jane Levy fan.
I think she's really good. I like her. She's Mia in the Evil Dead remake, and then Rocky in Don't Breathe. So I've always been like curious about what she does next, and actually she doesn't do a lot of films anymore. What are you looking at?
Looking at Jane Levy.
And she was cast in this. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it. E4 was playing it. So I taped all of season 1, watched all in a oneer, and it's so cheesy. It's so cheesy. But I cannot lie when I say that I think this is a show. This is probably one of the only shows on right now that has pure, unadulterated heart to it. Every single thing in the show is so pure that I can't help but love it. It might be bad, but it's not to me. I love it. I think it's so fun and charming and just simple and wholesome. I could watch it to no end, and it's just a comfort watch. But it's a show, and I will say this film has a catch-up at the beginning of it, so you don't have to watch the show. But in brief, the show's about Jane. The show's about Zoey, who has headaches and goes for a scan, and while she's getting a scan, an earthquake happens, and she's listening to music as this happens, and because the earthquake is going on, all of the equipment suddenly just goes haywire, and every single song in every single playlist that is available to listen while getting a scan plays at once, and it scrambles her brain, so much so that when she walks out of the scan, she can start to hear people's thoughts and feelings, but only through musical numbers.
Of course.
It's as simple as day,
Happened to my buddy Eric.
Exactly, yeah. It's so simple. No. And I get that's a very bonkers plotline, and it doesn't sound good at all. But trust me, it's brilliant. And I love it. It got cancelled. The show got cancelled.
After 2 seasons.
And we're literally only getting season 2 on E4 now, so I haven't even seen season 2, but I know everything of it. That's the catch-up that you need for this show. For this film, even. But this is on Roku channel. I had to search through Sky, the homepage of Sky, to find Roku, the app, and then watch this film. And you know what? It was worth it. I'm totally biased in this. But this remains such a pure and unadulterated, experience. It's so charming, it's so wholesome, and its main mission out of everything is just to entertain and uplift. And honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially for the fact that everyone does a good job acting, singing, dancing. All of it is good. The only part of it that is never that good is the fact that it's very cheesy, very predictable. But it's a show for everyone. It's a U-rated show, and you don't get many of them that are also dramas that deal with heavy subjects. Because the whole point of it is that Zoey, because she can hear these heart songs, as she calls it, she can help people that are feeling down. She can help people through very tough times. And the end of season 1, spoilers, her father dies.
Oh, what? Ryan, I was going to watch it.
You were never going to watch it.
I was going to watch it.
But her father dies. And she is able... Well, before he dies, he had a crippling disease which stopped him from speaking, stopped him from walking. But the way that she communicated with him through his final days was through these heart songs. So the first season's really touching and really moving, and it goes through a lot of emotions. And this film follows on that plot line. This is Zoey's first Christmas with her family, out with her father being there. And her grieving process is that she wants to recreate the perfect Christmas for her family, so that everyone can like enjoy it while also remembering her father. And it goes through the normal motions of the show. There's heart songs, which are really well done choreographed dance numbers. All the performances are really well. There's musical numbers in here, which are you'd love the musical numbers.
Would I?
Because they take them out of the scene.
Good.
They're one shot,
Ooh.
one take. It goes through so many motions. But she's trying to do this for her family. Like I said, wholesome, sweet, uplifting. Jane Levy is always outstanding in the show. At times she pulls off Chevy Chase style, like, comedic moments when she just gets a bit too flustered with everything happening. There is a lot of good comedy. Every single time.
Sorry.
There is a lot of good comedy in this, and like I said, the musical numbers are also stand out. There's two in particular which I think might be some of the best that the entire show had.
No way.
But the main point...
You haven't seen season 2, shop.
Well, that's very true. But the main point of the film is that this was created to wrap up the show after it got cancelled. And honestly, it's a really good wrap-up, but it's bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
It's bittersweet. There's no cliffhangers, which I'm happy with. If they want to continue this, they can. And I really highly recommend that they do, because this is what TV needs.
Is this going to be a Futurama?
Maybe.
Are they going to pick it up like 2 years later?
For me, it is. This is what TV needs. We don't get these shows like often, especially a musical show. That's the reason why it got cancelled, I think. It was too expensive to get all the copyright for all of the songs that they were using. But it wraps up the whole story of the show really well. I wish it didn't, because I want more. It's Christmassy, it's charming, heartwarming. It's exactly what you need in a Christmas film, and it is a film. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes long. It's the same length as Resident Evil. I loved it. It's not brilliant, obviously. It's shot like a TV movie because it is a TV movie. The lighting's bad, all that kind of stuff. It's what you'd expect. But for what it is and what it's trying to be, it really works.
Wow.
And if you've never even heard of Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist before, I do highly recommend you search it up and maybe check it out. It's not going to be for everyone.
Ryan, you spoiled it, so what's the point?
That's not the full point of the show. Okay? The show is brilliant because Jane Levy's really good in it.
Yeah, but you spoiled it.
I spoiled the first season. I don't even know what happens in the second season.
That's a lie.
I do.
That's an absolute lie. You lied to my face there.
I did. I just wanted to win one. But
anyway.
Yeah, I do recommend it. It's on the Roku channel.
It's on the everyone's favorite
if
channel.
You can find it's like Quibi.
Yeah,
that's as popular as Quibi.
You find it next to Quibi and Peacock.
Exactly.
There you go. Have a look. Right. Seems only fitting.
Yes.
That we play a song from Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist, sung by Jane Levy, and is that Skylar Austin?
Yeah, he's also really good in this.
Well,
everyone's good in it.
This is Time After Time from the cast of Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist, Jane Levy and Skylar Austin. See you in a bit. Time After Time by the cast of Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist, Jane Levy and Skylar Austin.
Go watch Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist.
Okay.
I do fully recommend it. I want more people to actually see it.
Ryan just wants people to talk to you about it.
I do. I really do. Yeah.
Aww.
It's one of the better shows that's came out recently, and they cancelled it. It's so sad.
How could they?
Anyway.
Let's get to doggy business.
Okay. Power of the Dog.
The Power of the Dog.
Jane Campion's brand new novel.
Novel?
Novel. What am I thinking?
Novel?
It's based on a novel. Apologies.
In-Flight Books is
In-Flight
now
Books,
flying.
Yeah. That'd be a good recommendation. Brand new movie based on the novel. People are calling this her masterwork, her best film of her entire filmography. However, I would say the piano is very hard to beat. But Power of the Dog is her new Western, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Jesse Plemons, good old Jesse Plemons, Kirsten Dunst, and, as you said earlier on, Cody Smith-McPhee. And
Run that name again?
what? Who?
Cody
Smith-McPhee.
What a name!
Yeah, you do know you have seen stuff of him.
Have I?
Yeah, X-Men, the bad ones, because he's Nightcrawler in the bad ones. I think he's that. Anyway, okay. Side note as well, before we get into it, you know who's also in this film? Very briefly, hardly has a role. Thomasin McKenzie of Last Night in Soho.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It was nice to see her in it, but she has hardly any dialogue. Pardon me. Anyway, brand new Western film, and it's fully a Western film, I would say. It's not cowboys or anything like that. It's not gun-toting or action-packed at all. But the feel, the look, the energy presented through this film, it is so just classic Western that it's on for slightly over 2 hours. But for the majority of the runtime, I was completely swept up in the fact that we actually have a classic Western on our hands again. It's been far too long. Westerns come about every now and again. Many people don't like them, and I absolutely adore them. So for the majority of it, I was just swept up in the look, the atmosphere, especially the cinematography. This thing is gorgeous, it's beautiful. But it got to a point nearing, I would say that an hour and a half, an hour and 25 or so, in which I snapped out of that reality and I asked myself, I was like, what is this film about? And the whole point of the film is actually that the actual plot probably gets announced to you in the last 2 minutes.
Really?
So I don't necessarily want to describe what the film is. To go in a very brief way, it's about Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays, I believe his name is Phil. Let me double check that. Yeah, his name's Phil. And he is the owner, let's say, of this herding and ranch place with his brother, played by Jesse Plemons. And Jesse Plemons gets married to Kirsten Dunst, and Kirsten Dunst and her son, who is Cody Smith-McPhee, move in. And it's just a very tender and very, I would even say, disturbing at times, tale of how all of these members of this family interact with each other, specifically under the watchful eye of Phil, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. And it's at times, I wouldn't say disturbing, but it goes at times to try and make you disturbed and to try and make you feel very uneasy. And it works. It works a lot. And that's the main plot. You only then find out in the final few minutes what it is actually trying to tell you, what the actual power of the dog is. And I will say that it's not obvious, but it is there. If you're watching the film very, very closely and you try to understand everything, it completely fits. It works. But this is not a film to have in the background, or a film to just try and piece together.
You gotta focus on
You've got to focus, because the ending does not tell you what is happening, and it's very easy to walk away being like, what actually happened in that ending? But the main portions to take away, as all of the nominations recently today have said, is the acting. Everyone's outstanding in this. Johnny Greenwood, who we last heard do the score for Spencer, composes the music for here, and absolutely outstanding as well. It's a very, very strong Western. That it's not action-packed, it's very slow, melodic, but I was swept up in it from beginning to end.
Wow.
It is one of my favourites of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's what it managed to do to me. I was it was completely unexpected, because it doesn't have a lot to say. It's silent, but what it does say, brilliant.
Interesting. Very interesting. I wanted to check it out, however I'm ill, and I feel like if I tried to check it out I wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Yeah, it is one to it's not not to say it's not an entertaining watch, because it is really entertaining.
Yeah.
But it is a slow-paced and melodic. It takes its time. It doesn't want to feed you the story. You just get thrown into these events, these situations, and you take from it what you will.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought it was brilliant.
Lovely stuff there, Ryan. Thank you very much. And to give you a little taste of that amazing composure that you were talking about there, This Is West by Johnny Greenwood, featured within The Power of the Dog. And when you come back, we'll be talking about everybody's favourite, Spider-Boy. Just a small taste of the soundtrack to The Power of the Dog, now available on Netflix for you to watch. One of Ryan's recommendations of the week. In fact,
that is film of the week.
That is film of the week.
That is film of the week.
Power of the Dog is film of the week from Ryan there.
Even though, definitely go watch Zoey's Extraordinary. It's a Roku app. Okay, you go on Sky, you can find it easily.
If you get malware, it's not our fault.
yeah. It looks dodgy. It does. When you go on the app, it looks dodgy.
I'm not surprised. While Ryan was watching great films like The Power of the Dog, I was subjecting myself to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man films because I hate myself.
Yes. That's why you're sick.
That's why I'm sick.
Yeah.
Because I had to watch Andrew Garfield on screen. I'm kidding. I love Andrew Garfield. He's great. But this was the first time I have seen the Amazing Spider-Man films since they came out in the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they came out, I declared that they were not as good as the original Raimi trilogy. Stand by that completely. Stand by that nothing has compared to the original Raimi trilogy. Even, to a degree, some of those films haven't even stood up to Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Which, over time, has gotten a bit better.
Okay.
But maybe I'm just looking back with nostalgia goggles.
Maybe.
Because
I still remembered that one scene where Tobey Maguire dances. And no matter how many memes you watch where that's funny, it's not good. It's not good.
It is rough. The Amazing Spider-Man 1, rewatching this was interesting. Really interesting. Because it basically affirmed every thought I had in my head about Andrew Garfield. I went, oh yeah, now I understand why I think that about him as Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Garfield is too attractive. He is too attractive to play Peter Parker. He is an attractive...
It's a backhanded compliment to both of the other actors.
Exactly. Andrew Garfield is what, like 6 foot something? He's pretty tall.
Quite tall, yeah.
He's a tall gentleman. Andrew Garfield is a 6 foot something skinny white dude with nice hair who skateboards and is a photographer in a science and technology school in New York. And he's supposed to be the kid who gets bullied? No. Andrew Garfield shouldn't be getting bullied in this film. Andrew Garfield should be knee-deep in women with this film, because that's how it should be. Of course he pulls Gwen Stacy because it's Emma Stone. Of course he does that. It's Emma Stone. She's gorgeous. She does great as Gwen Stacy.
She is very good.
She is very good as Gwen Stacy. Standing by that, I think...
I'd like to see her return if they were to get people back.
I say no.
Really?
I say
Who
no.
would you get?
I don't know, get someone new. Don't bring her back.
Okay.
But I do like Gwen Stacy quite a lot in The Amazing Spider-Man, and even more so in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because she gets more time to shine in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Mm-hmm. But I hate Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker. Really like him as Spider-Man. I think he's good. There's this scene, the stand-up scene in my eyes, as when he is playing Spider-Man, is that scene where he's stopping the criminal, and he's like sitting in the car in the back seat. He is the most playful, the most like joyful, I guess you could say, as Spider-Man, which fits his personality, which fits Andrew Garfield's personality. But when he turns into Peter Parker, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I think that Dr. Connors sucks as a villain. I think the Lizard sucks as a villain. There's a very funny scene in which Andrew Garfield is speaking to him about lizards, not realizing that he is the lizard.
I do remember that. That's dumb. That is dumb.
Stuff. The films are dumb. The films are really dumb, especially Amazing Spider-Man 2. Very, very stupid stuff. Everything with the Green Goblin sucks. Everything. Electro isn't even that good. Although I don't mind his design. I actually think it's kind of cool. But
it's different.
It's different.
And it makes kind of sense, I guess.
And Andrew Garfield's acting at the end of this film when Gwen Stacy has a tumble is quite good as well. And there's a very good deleted scene in which Andrew Garfield's character of Peter Parker interacts with his dad, who turns out to be alive in the deleted scene for this film, which is also very good and well acted. But that's about all I have to say positive about the Amazing Spider-Man films. They're not that good. And then I also rewatched Homecoming for the first time since seeing that in the cinema, and enjoyed that a lot more than I remember I did.
I like that one the most.
Homecoming is really good.
Out of the new ones.
Out of the new ones.
Yeah.
Homecoming is really good. It's really fun. And I like Tom Holland. I've said this before. I think that Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker.
Yes.
And as Spider-Man, he was okay. Andrew Garfield sucked as Peter Parker, but was really good as Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland has that good merger.
Best of both worlds.
He is a best of both worlds. He's a good Spider-Man and he's a good Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Which is why I think that everyone likes him so much. Which makes sense to me. Yeah. But No Way Home comes out on Wednesday. We will be seeing that on Wednesday, reviewing it next week. Do you think Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in the film?
Probably. I mean, yes. I'll say yes.
I mean, Ryan's indifferent at this point.
I couldn't care. I couldn't care.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it for Alfred Molina.
Yeah, same, to be honest. Willem Dafoe. Yeah.
Give us, before we leave, Ryan, Willem Dafoe impression.
Peter.
There.
Peter.
That's terrible.
Peter.
Anyway.
Oh, you could do it better with your sore throat.
No, I can't.
To be honest.
No, I can't. Yeah. Anyway, join us next week. No Way Home, West Side Story, maybe...
I don't know what else.
Someone else. We'll find something.
Yeah.
But to play us out was the end credits song to Amazing Spider-Man 2. The best thing about the film. It's On Again by Alicia Keys and Kendrick Lamar. What a tune. We'll see you next week. Goodbye. Thanks for listening. Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.